Nice, get a bit of drive in there. Nice. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be checking out the new plugin company on the block, Safari Pedals. Let's go. Alrighty, so Safari Pedals, just a quick disclaimer, they haven't paid me to make this video, but they did send me the plugins and we had a nice chat about who they are and what they do online, and that was all really great. And they sent me these plugins and they're like, try them out. If you like them, do whatever you want, and that would be great. And so here I am making a video about it because I have really been enjoying these plugins and they've been really convenient, very small profile plugins that don't, take up too much processing. It's been really nice to get to know them and the company a bit. And so I figured I'd spend today just showing you some cool sounds that you can get with them. Now, I'm just going to quickly open up the plugins folder here. And if I go into Safari Pedals, where are you at? There you are. So Safari Pedals, you've got 5 effects at the minute. They've actually just come out with a chorus, which looks really nice, but these are the ones I've got currently. We have Flamingo Verb, Gorilla Drive, Lion Master, Time Machine, and Yak Delay. Now, all very cool, all have their own proprietary use. A reverb, a drive. The Lion Master is kind of like a master bus compressor. The Time Machine is almost like a filter, like an EQ filter to kind of represent older sounding technology. And then the Yak Delay is a delay. But all really cool. Now we'll dive into them. So to get us started, I've got a piano. That's maybe not what I want to use, but I'll start with this pad. So we've got this Juno pad. I'm gonna chuck everything on these on the group. So let's start from the end. Let's start from the delay. So you can hear straight away it's quite dark. There's without it and then there's with it. And right now we've got the blend to full. So I'll pull that back and we'll actually get some delay going on. There we go. Got a bit of that ping pong. You can see we've got a width mod or a width knob here. So that makes it mono. And then when I put up the width, you can hear it doubles in time. And then also in width. I pull the repeats back a bit. Maybe 20 something percent. And really nice, just this as an effect, kind of characterizer-ish sound thing. Basically what I mean by that is you put the blend on full, put the delay on 0, or on as low as you can get it. And now you're using solely the sound of this effect to add character to your sound, as opposed to having it dry. You now have... And it adds a little bit of character, whatever mojo is going on in the plugin, as well as having things like repeats when you're on the fastest time. Start to get this flanging kind of sound. Really cool. But then you've obviously got the EQ, the high pass and the low pass. So really nice. As a delay, very powerful tool. And then a fascinating feature which it has is this random button. Bear in mind I've got the blend on full, so you're going to hear what this is doing. So with the blend on full, you're only really hearing all of the pitch changes from the effects. But if I have the blend, say 50%, so it's cool. It's adding a really kind of unique character to the effect. You've obviously got all these controls changing, and I believe it might be synced maybe like to a quarter note or something. I'm not too sure, but it's got some type of sequence to it. Yeah, really awesome. And then last but not least, we've actually got a drive on here, which is very powerful drive. If I put the blend on full, this on 0, and we just hear what the drive is doing. And I mean, coming from this to this, I'd be really curious to just hear what this drive does to drums. So I'm actually going to chuck that really quick. I've got a loop set up. So if I stick this on the loop, this is the drum loop dry. And then we stick on the delay. Oh, that's interesting. With the width on full, you get like a really weird stereo effect. But it's a mono loop, so I'll keep it mono. But really nice, you know? Just adding a good old bit of saturation. But we'll save the drums for some distortion later, because you know how I am with drums and distortion. Going back to the keys, we've obviously got this delay. That's pretty cool. I think for now, I'll just set it to a regular delay. We've got some presets in here, so nice. So I'll leave that set up like that, and we'll try out the Flamingo Verb. So that's full wet on the reverb. Let's give it a bit more time. Maybe some width. Really nice. You can hear the kind of fluttery sound going on. It's obviously got a EQ, high pass and low pass, which is very nice. You can, you know, really shape the reverb as you please. Got some pre-delay in there. Very nice. You know, again, coming from this dry. And the dry sound sounds nice and warm and fat, but like the character in this is lovely. Stick that drive in. Clipping the output a bit, but it's all right. Get that oversampling. Not a huge difference to me with the oversampling. I know some people can hear that, but I'm not too obsessed with it. But it's nice that it's there. Now, let's go back to that drum beat that we got. And we'll show off this gorilla drive. So let's get this drive going. It looks very funky, like all their other effects. As you can tell, the GUIs on all of these plugins, really nice, really thought out, great artwork. So I've got no drive. I'm gonna turn on the plugin and we'll see what it does to the sound. Let's go. Straight in. It's actually got an auto gain, which is quite nice. You can hear that kick starting to thicken out. Ooh. Sounds really nice down there. Love that. A low tone. Coming from this to this. Can blend it in as well. Really lovely that they've included the phase button on here, because when you're distorting things, it shifts the phase quite a lot. So if you're using the blend and the distortion is making the original sound go out of phase, you can just flick that and hopefully it will bring back some of that low end that you might be missing. but it does sound really nice, even just on full. Maybe not to the max, but like bit up, you know, it's adding a real nice bit of warmth and saturation to that drum sound. I'm curious, if I stick the Flamingo Verb on here, maybe I can make like a really nice short room sound. Keep the blend on full. Let's see what we can make. Oh. Nice, get a bit of drive in there. Nice. Woo. Sounds really nice as a room sound as well. Oh, lovely. I'm really digging that. And you know what? To bounce onto our next plugin, might just stick the time machine on top of all of this and see what we got. So this is kind of like a filter / vintage compressor, I think is the vibe that they're going for. If we start at 80s and then work backwards, you'll see what's happening to the sound. It just feels like they're scooping off a little bit of low end, a little bit of high end every time you go back. And as well, this has noise, as you can hear. So I'm going to pull that back just so it's not that distracting. And let's see what these sound like. Then we've got that compressor. Nice. So I hadn't tried this originally, but obviously if you crank the input, this is probably a compressor with a set threshold. So if you increase the gain on the input, you'll be getting a lot more compression out of it. But really nice. When these are just set to default, I feel like it's some very light compression, but it's adding a nice bit of character, especially to these sounds. It almost makes it feel like it's more in that era when I've got it set to 60s and I've got this crank that just kind of gives a bit of that vibe, you know, but maybe with less reverb going on. But overall, it does sound really nice. I quite like how it's scooping out a bit of that low end, because with all of that drive, we are extending that low end and getting quite a lot of unnecessary on that kick. But it does sound really good. Again, I find these are all really convenient, simple effects that you can just quickly reach for and toss on whatever you're working on. Normally when I'm using an effect like these, I just tend to use this bog standard Ableton default plugins, because if I just need a drive, it's there, or if I just need a reverb or a delay, it's there. What's nice about these is they very much have that essence of like quick and easy effects that you can just pick up and use, but at the same time they've got a really nice GUI, really great character in the sounds. It's not just your standard clean, here's a reverb, here's a delay. It's like, okay, here's those things, but now with a little bit more sauce, a little bit more mojo. Quite fascinating, you know. I like the new technology that they've incorporated. But now, last but not least, this is what I would assume is the more niche plugin on the selection of plugins, which is the Lion Master. Now this is a master compressor, I would assume. You've got your input and output as well as a gain reduction meter. So if I was playing that drum beat, see it's coming in there, we'll get on the output, and then on the gain reduction nothing is happening until I boost this, and then you start to see it coming through a bit. I can obviously be quite excessive with this. Pull back that gain just to match the volume more or less. But it's nice, you can boost the high end or the low end into the compressor. This will usually smooth out or emphasize certain areas that you're boosting. So if I was pushing the high end into the compressor, it's going to sound a bit smoother because it's compressing more on the action of the high end hitting the compressor. But besides these three, which are kind of your gain controls, we also have a saturation and width. I don't know if we're gonna get much width from a mono drum loop, but saturation, subtle, very subtle. It's got a nice little oversampling and then bypass button, but no mix in this. Oh, and there's an auto gain as well, which is quite convenient. Ah, nice. So now we can really blast this, and it's sorting out all of that gain for us. Little true peak button, so it's not actually clipping behind the scenes. And then a crossover, so you've got your balance between this and this. But that's basically the collection of plugins from Safari. Again, really good, convenient little plugins that just do a job really well. I think I'm just gonna quickly grab a bunch of them, find a nice sound, and just see what we can make. Why don't we use the labs? Because you've always got some crazy sounds, and even just that. This is just the Flamingo Verb on the labs piano. There is a little bit of slap because I've got some pre-delay. There we go. I might just pull the volume back a bit. There we go. And I think saturation. Nice. So if I go into labs, pick a lovely sound. Let's just do one of these. All right, we've got these lovely cello moods in D minor. And so I'm going to stick, we've got the reverb on there. I might pull the blend back a bit more, but let's get some drive. Really feeling that drive. Yeah, maybe on the end of everything. Distort those reverb tails. And then get some delay. Yak Delay, which is already there technically, we just turn it on. Woo! Sync and then put it at like fourths. Woo! Really nice. I'm just gonna pull the drive slightly back. And then let's make some music. Wow, there you go. So that is the Safari Pedals plugin collection. Again, I just want to say thank you to Safari for sending me these plugins. I really appreciate it. I always enjoy getting some new inspiration from new tools and toys. So thanks again to Gnome. I hope I didn't mess up your name. And thank you very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to let us know by leaving a comment in the comment section, letting us know what you thought of this video or these plugins. Subscribing and liking, all the support really helps. And thank you to everyone who's done so already and has let me know. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much for that. Once again, I've been Chris Vella. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.